hope you're well and having the most incredible day as always. Welcome back to my channel, and in today's video we are going to be going through my entire crystal collection, and I have far too much here for one person, but I will still continue to buy them because I absolutely love them and I'm obsessed. And I have been trying to film this video for like 20 minutes, but for some reason I just don't know how to go into this because I have quite a lot. I have loads of tumbles, I have other bits and pieces, and I wanted to do it in some sort of an order so that it makes sense. But I think what I'm going to do is go through all the kind of small tumbles first and then just go through each selection, because with some crystals I do have more than one, so I will kind of keep those together. But I think that's what I'm going to do. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Make sure you grab a few drinks, some snacks, because I think this could be a long one. And yeah, let's dive right into my crystal collection. I hope you guys enjoy and carry on watching. So firstly, starting off with a few small tumbles, I have a piece of red jasper, which is really teeny tiny, very cute. I then have two pieces of fluorite which look like this, and these came in a candle which I got for Christmas, and I managed to save them out of the candle, so I absolutely love these. I really like fluorite. I have got a few fluorite towers and a sphere, which I will show you in a bit, but yeah, I absolutely love fluorite. I then have two pieces of black onyx. I think these are black onyx. I actually can't quite remember now, but I think they're black onyx. This one I really like because it's so small and square, and it's just great to kind of put in your bag or things like that. And this one I do like, but I don't know whether it is a legitimate piece of black onyx or not, because if you shine it into the light you can kind of see through it, and it does look like a brown colour, so I'm really not too sure what that is or if it's real, but anyway, I like it nonetheless. Similarly, I have a piece of red turquoise. Now when I got this I didn't really think about it, and I got home and I was thinking, is red turquoise actually a thing? I feel like this could just be a dyed piece of turquoise. I'm really not too sure, but if you guys know any knowledge about that, please let me know. But yeah, I'm not too sure on that one. I then have a teeny tiny tiger's eye and also a really small piece of moonstone, which I love. And then lastly I have a piece of sodalite, which I got from the psychic tree. And the last piece is from the Aovila crystal box, which I unboxed on my channel, but I cannot remember for the life of me what this is. I'm gonna have to rewatch my video and figure out what this is, because it had the label on it and I've taken it off and I can't remember, so I have that too. Next up I have some more tumbles, and I keep these ones in my selenite bowl. I do that because these ones, I'm not gonna lie, these ones are more my favourite. I hate to have favourites, but these ones are definitely more my favourite. I gravitate a lot more towards these, so I pop these ones in my selenite bowl. And whizzing through these again, so I have this which I got recently, and it's actually Poppy Jasper, I think, Poppy Jasper, and I saw this and I just thought it was so unique and different, so I picked up this one. I also have a piece of pink agate, which I really like, and I also have some green jade. Again, I got those two from the psychic tree and I really love them. Then I have a rose quartz tumble. I've had this for absolutely years, so I have no idea where I got this from. And I also have these two pieces. Actually, these four are definitely mystery pieces in my collection because I got them really recently when I went shopping with my friends, and I didn't pay enough attention to what I was picking up, so I'm really annoyed. So the first one is this. If any of you guys can help me identify these, I'd be really appreciative. But this is the first one. It's got a very like, it's not got a glossy finish to it, it's more of a matte feel, but I really love the look of that one. I then have this, which I believe is some clear quartz with black tourmaline in, I think. I'm not too sure, but I love it. And then lastly I have these two, and I believe one of these is Smoky Jasper, I think, and another piece of jasper. I think these are all jaspers, just different tumbles, so I like to keep those together. They're really satisfying to look at and they feel just really nice to hold, and I love those. I'm really sorry if you feel like I'm whizzing through these tumbles quite quickly, but I have quite a few to get through and I don't want this video to be like 50 minutes long, so I am going to whiz through them a little bit quicker than I normally would. But anyway, next we have a piece of, I can't remember what this is. I thought this would have been jade, but actually I'm not too sure, unless this isn't jade. I really have no idea, but I have those two pieces there. Next up I have a teeny tiny howlite bead which Ryan picked out, and then I also have a Angelite tumble again which Ryan picked out from the crystal shop in Bath, which was really fun. Next I have a turquoise tumble. I really like this one because it was in the shape of a triangle and I just thought that was really cool, so I picked that one up. And then I have a really teeny tiny flower agate tumble. I loved this because of how smooth the texture was, and I just really like that, so I picked that one up. Then I have some pink Howlite, which I really like, and then a pink Opal Tumble, and lastly an Amethyst Tumble. So I have lots of tumbles. There are a few other tumbles in my collection, but I don't keep those ones in these bowls, so I'm just going to go through these bowls first. But that is everything for the bowls. We are finished with those, and yeah, so as you guys can see, I have quite a few tumbles, and I don't really know how I got so many because I don't even really carry tumbles around with me all that often, but I am trying to start. So yeah, that is my little Selenite bowl with my tumbles in, and then I have this second bowl which has the more smaller ones in, and that is how I keep them. So yeah, that is those. So next up, moving on to my crystal pendants, and I am a real advocate for my crystal pendants. I absolutely love them. I wear them all the time. I love to chop and change them, and I just love collecting them all, and my mum is now also obsessed with them, which I love. So the first two I have are black tourmaline and the clear quartz. I've kept those ones on the chain because I wore those the other day. And then moving on to all of my other ones, so there's quite a few, so bear with me. So the first one I have is this beautiful Carnelian. I absolutely love this, and I don't really see a lot of Carnelian points anymore, so I'm really glad that I picked that one up. Next up, I have two Amethyst Points. I love amethyst. I'm a big fan of amethyst. Can I say amethyst one more time? But I really like these. I like that I've got like a little and large, and I think they're really, really cute. The next pendant is the first one I actually ever bought, and this is some Angel Aura. I really, really gravitated towards this when I saw it, and I really love this. I'm not a massive fan of aura quartz in general because especially in big pieces I don't really like the look of it, but I really liked it in this pendant, so I bought that one. The next one is one of my favourites, and that is my Labradorite little pendant. This is the only one that I have that isn't in the point shape, and I just really gravitated towards it again. I really love the look of Labradorite. I really connect with it really well, so when I seen that I was just like, that is coming home with me. Definitely taking that home. The next one is some Malachi. Malachi is a very popular stone at the moment. It is great for enhancing change and things like that, and I absolutely love it, and especially this little green point. I just think it's so cute. Then I have some blue lace agate. Again, such a lovely, beautiful milky blue colour. Absolutely obsessed with that. And then I have some smoky quartz. I don't see a lot of smoky quartz pendants, but I do really, really like this one. It's so, so cute. I then have a teeny tiny rose quartz. This one isn't super pink, but I really, really like the look of that one. Obviously had to get a fluorite one. This one is really cute because it's mainly green with a tiny subtle flash of purple, so I really like the look of that. I then have the Lapis Lazuli. I do believe that these aren't mined very well, which kind of makes me not want to get any more Lapis Lazuli, but I do really like the colour of that, and I didn't really know a lot about it before I bought it, so that was why I had that one. I then have a turquoise point, which I absolutely love as well, and then these last three I can't really remember. This one I believe to be Aquamarine. I really like this one, but then I have three here I'm really not too sure what they are, so again, if you guys can help me out, I would really appreciate it. I have just forgotten what they are, and I should have made a list really on my phone, but never mind. But these are the three that I have, and I do believe these bottom three to be the same. My mum actually gave me this one recently because hers were exactly the same colour. So yeah, those are the three I have, and I'm not too sure what the names are, so if you can help me out, I would really appreciate it. So now moving on to my crystal bracelets. I actually only have 4, but I do love them all. So the first one was actually a gift from my friend Calcite, and this is some Bloodstone. I absolutely love this. I much prefer this shape of bracelet to the others that I have because they don't catch on like your arm hair, do you know what I mean? Like the other ones really just like pull my arm hair out, and I don't really like it, but I absolutely love this. So thank you, Kelsey, if you're watching. Still obsessed with it, and I love it. And the other 4 were all from the Psychic tree. So I've got obviously an amethyst one, I have a blue apatite one, I have a green jade one, and I also have a carnelian one, which I love. Obviously love carnelian, one of my faves. The next item in my collection is a Smoky Quartz pendulum. I absolutely love this. I fell in love with it when I saw it in the shop, and I just couldn't not pick this up. So it's absolutely beautiful. I just love it. So yeah, mine's Smoky Quartz, and I'm a massive, massive fan. So now we are moving on to mostly all of the bigger pieces now. And again, there are a few pieces here that I'm looking at that I don't know what they're called, so I do apologise. It must be very frustrating watching this video, but I am really trying to learn. So again, if you know any of these that I don't know, I would really really appreciate it. So firstly, I have two geodes which are both quartz and they look like this. This one is absolutely stunning. It does crumble a little bit, but that is because it is literally a rock with crystals inside. But I got this from my auntie for Christmas. And then I have this teeny tiny piece which I got from the crystal shop, and I think it was about £1 or something. So inexpensive and absolutely stunning. Next up, moving on to selenite, I have a teeny tiny selenite plate which I put some really small crystals on to charge those, and I absolutely love it. And then I also have a selenite wand which I bought from Glastonbury the last time I was there, and it's absolutely stunning. I love this. It just feels so nice to be able to hold it and kind of cleanse all my crystals with it, and it's just really beautiful, so I love that. And lastly, for selenite, I have a selenite point. I really much prefer the look of this as opposed to the raw towers. I don't know why, I just think this one is a lot more, it's just more my vibe and more my style, so I really love this one. Next up, I have a Smoky Quartz point. I bought this one from the Psychic Tree, and I really love Smoky Quartz. I just think it's such a beautiful kind of colour, and it just makes me feel really great about it, so I just really love that. So yeah, I have a Smoky Quartz point. Next up, moving on to clear quartz, I have a teeny tiny clear quartz point. I have this other piece of clear quartz which is super small and diddy, and then I have a nice fat chunky boy of clear quartz, and I love clear quartz. I just think it works really well with any other crystal, and it's just nice to mix it up, so I love that. Next up is rose quartz, and the first piece I have is a raw piece of rose quartz. I also have this piece from the Psychic Tree which was quite expensive. I think it was about £20, and it's like half polished, half raw, and I really like it, but it was definitely overpriced compared to some pieces that I see now. And lastly, I have this rose quartz worry stone. I love this. I've mentioned this in a favourites video. I still love it and I still use it to this day, so I absolutely love that. The next item I believe is Opalite, and this is a crescent moon opalite, and I absolutely love this. Again, this was a gift from my friend Kelsey, and I am just so over the moon with this one. I absolutely love it. I think it's so beautiful, and it is like see-through, but it's just such a nice, I just absolutely love it. I can't even describe it. It just brings me pure joy, so I love that so much. Next up, I have a black Tourmaline tumble and a green Adventurine raw tumble piece, I suppose, like a raw piece. I don't know how you would describe that, but it's green Adventurine and it's raw and it's small, if that makes sense. Next, I have a teeny tiny piece of Aquamarine. It was very expensive and very tiny, as you can see, so I have that piece. I then have a piece, I think this is Celestite. This is a beautiful blue colour. I really love the colour of this one. I have seen bigger and better pieces of this, so I really want to get some more, but that is a teeny tiny piece. I then have a beautiful Garnet Tumble. This is really pretty because it's carved like a gemstone, and I absolutely love it, and garnet is my birthstone, so I really relate to that a lot, and I love that. And the next item is this beautiful Carnelian Tumble. This did cost me £8 when I went to Glastonbury, but the banding in this was just something I could not put down. It was absolutely stunning, and I just could not. I've never seen anything like it, so I had to take that home with me, and I bought it, obviously. The next item is a flower agate. I don't know how to describe this. Essentially, it's like a squished sphere. It's so cute. I absolutely love flower agate, but I haven't managed to find much of it, to be honest. I am going to be going to Glastonbury tomorrow as I'm recording this, but I would have already been, and there is a haul coming soon as you're watching this, but I want to see if I can find some more of this. I would love a flower agate tower. That is kind of on my dream list, like a nice chunky tower, but for now I have this little squashed sphere and I really like that. I then have a piece of citrine, which I don't know if it's real citrine. I don't think it is. I do believe this to be heat treated amethyst, which is a bit of a shame, but I do like the look of it. I do get the properties from it. I just wish it was actual citrine. But let me know your thoughts and opinions on that in the description. I don't think this is real, but I could be wrong, but I don't think it is. Next up, moving on to some calcite. I absolutely love calcite, and this blue calcite sphere is one of my favourite items, and I really want to get some bigger spheres. I might see tomorrow if I can find a nice one, but this I am absolutely obsessed with. It's such a beautiful colour, and I'm just in love with it, so I'm so glad I picked that up when I did, because I absolutely love that. I do also have this massive piece of raw calcite. Now calcite isn't that expensive. I think this raw piece of this size was maybe £20 or something, which I don't think is that bad for this sort of size. So I really like that, and I love the blue, so I really enjoy that one. I then have some green calcite and some orange calcite. Now I much prefer this kind of shinier version. I don't know why, it just feels a lot better in my hand to hold it, and when I use it, it just feels a lot better, whereas this just feels kind of like dusty almost. So I much prefer this kind of like, I don't want to say style, but you know what I mean. I much prefer this than this one, so yeah. Next up, moving on to my fluorite collection, I have quite a few pieces. So the first one is my most recent purchase, and this is a beautiful fluorite sphere. Now this was quite expensive. I think this was around about £30, but I could not stop thinking about this. There is some lovely flashes of dark blue and green in this, and it just looks like the ocean, and I'm absolutely in love with it, so I had to pick it up. So love that. And the rest of my fluorite collection are all like towers and things. The first one is this. This isn't really a tower because it can't stand up straight, but it does lie flat, and this is a really nice piece of green fluorite. I then have this tower, which I absolutely fell in love with. This is a lovely kind of green and purple fluorite tower. Again, this one was quite expensive. I think it was about £30, which is insane for this sort of size, but I really liked it, so I picked that one up. And the last two are fluorite towers again, but I had to get these, and I loved the colour of them. So I have a blue fluorite and a purple fluorite. This purple one is absolutely phenomenal. It's so beautiful, and again this blue one just looks like the ocean, and I love them together, so that's why I got them. Big fan of those. Next up is one of my favourite crystals, and that is Labradorite. Now I have this beautiful giant chunk of Labradorite, which I actually got very early on when I started collecting crystals. Like, that flash is insane. And I also have this Labradorite palm stone, which again is one of my absolute favourites. I really love Labradorite. I think it's so stunning, and it just works really well for me. So I have these two pieces. I can't remember how much they were. I think this was probably about 30, but I can't quite remember. Moving on to Kambaba Jasper, I have this amazing palm stone. I love the colour of Kambaba Jasper and what it does. I absolutely love it. So I got a sphere as well, and I actually bought these on the same day. I just think this looks like a planet, and I couldn't not get it, and she literally got it out the box as she was stocking, and I was like, I'm gonna take that like right now. Like, these are stunning, beautiful pieces, and I don't see a lot of Kambaba Jasper, so I absolutely love those. So now moving on to some miscellaneous towers. The first one is Angelite. I absolutely love Angelite. I think it's so calming and beautiful, so I love that. The next one is this black goldstone. I think it's black goldstone or it's blue goldstone, but I love it. It's super sparkly and beautiful. I then have a jade tower, which I absolutely love, and I have a strawberry quartz tower, which I'm obsessed with. I rarely see strawberry quartz anywhere, so I'm so glad I picked this up when I did. The next one is this ruby and zoisite, I think it is, tower. I absolutely love it because it reminds me of watermelon. I love the look of that one. And lastly is this one. This one is the mystery tower that I got from Glastonbury that I still don't know what this is called. So if anyone knows what this is, please let me know. It looks like a pencil, but I have no idea what it is. I think it could just be an agate or something from the banding, but I have no idea. So let me know down below if you know what that one is called, because I still have no idea. So next, moving on to a few miscellaneous spheres, I have a absolutely gorgeous tiger's eye, which I absolutely love. Can I say absolutely anymore in this video? Probably not. I then have this green opal, which I saw in the shop that I go to in Bath, and I didn't buy it first time round, and then I went maybe a week later and it was still there, and I thought, do you know what, that is a sign, so I had to pick that one up. I love it. I then have a howlite sphere. I really wanted a nice piece of howlite for my collection, and I saw this fairly recently and had to pick it up. Absolutely obsessed, and I love that. And the last kind of miscellaneous sphere is this one. Again, I don't know what this is called. I really need to learn to read the labels, or at least take photos of what it is, but I have no idea. It looks like a gobstopper. It definitely isn't a gobstopper, but it's stunning. So if any of you guys know what this is, please let me know, because I have no idea. The next ones are two pieces of lepidolite. The first one is this beautiful tumble. I didn't really necessarily need this because I do have this absolutely stunning heart, which is the only kind of non-sphere slash tower shaped one that I have apart from that moon, because I'm not really into like shapes, but for some reason this heart just really spoke to me, so I love that. However, when I saw this tumble piece, I saw the kind of peachy colour and thought I need that, so I like to have them together. They make a little good duo and I love those. The next one is another tower. This is some golden healer and I really liked the look of this one. It's a very unique crystal, I think, because I've never really seen much about this crystal before and I have never seen any of it since, so I really love this. I'm so glad I picked it up, and it was just in the window on its own, so I think it was a sign for sure. I then have 2 pieces of Moonstone. I absolutely love Moonstone so much, and I had to get Moonstone in the shape of a sphere because it literally looks like the moon, and I think it's absolutely incredible. It's so stunning and beautiful, so I had to pick up this one. I then also have this Moonstone palm stone, which again, you guys know I love palm stones. I think they're really just nice to carry around and hold, and this one has got some really beautiful flash in. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it, but it's beautiful. Again, I love this. Definitely the sphere is my favourite, but I love Moonstone so much. The next piece is this giant piece of Rhodonite. Now this was very, very expensive. I got this when I was in Glastonbury with Ryan, and I think this was about £50, which is absolutely insane, like so much money, but I fell in love with it. The colour combo of this is beautiful, and I'm so glad I picked it up because it just is so beautiful. I love that. I then have 2 more palm stones. The first one is this fossilized wood, and I really wanted to go for something a little bit different when I went shopping. This was like a few months ago, and the lady in the shop really recommended some fossilized wood. It's just very different, very unique, and I absolutely love it, so that is another one of my favorites. The next crystal is this one. I believe this one to be called Mystic Merlinite, I think it's called. It's supposed to be a really beautiful, powerful stone, and I really love this. Again, palm stone, bit of me. Love that. The next 2 crystals are ones which I don't actually know the names of, and I hate that because I'm just really trying to remember them. The first one is this. Now this one I actually don't know the name of because I bought this years ago and I only picked it up on a whim when I was out. I can't remember where I was. I was in a seaside town somewhere and I saw this tiny little shop, and it was before I was really into crystals, which is a shame because I probably could have bought so many more things, but this is one that I picked up. I have no idea what it is. It's definitely got some clear quartz aspect in it, but I just have no idea. So if you guys know, please let me know. I have no idea what that is. And this one, I'm so annoyed because when I picked this up, I know it begins with an A. I'm pretty sure it begins with an A, and it is this one. And it's a really beautiful, like clear quartzy kind of colour with some absolutely stunning peach inclusions, and I just love it, but I cannot remember what it's called. So please let me know because that's gonna really irritate me until I can remember. The next ones are a few of my agate pieces. The first one is this. Now I've had this one for absolutely years. I have no idea where it was from. I have no idea how much it was. All I know is that I did put it out in the windowsill and it's definitely faded over time, but I still love it. So yeah, this is definitely one of my favourites. I can see though that it has faded loads, especially around the edging, which is a real shame. But never mind, I still absolutely love it. So I have that one. I then have this, which is absolutely beautiful. Now my parents bought this for me when they went to Lyme Regis, I think it was a few months ago, and it is this really stunning, it's supposed to be a coaster, but there is no way in hell I would put a hot cup of coffee on this beautiful crystal, so I actually use it to put other crystals on top and use it that way because I just think it'd be such a waste if this gets like ring damage on it, you know, so I love that. I then have this agate, which again I got from Glastonbury, and it was really inexpensive. I think it was about £16, which seems inexpensive for me considering some of these prices are absolutely extortionate, but I really like it. I think my dad suggested to get like an agate piece, and this one's beautiful because if you can see, it has got a hole kind of at the back, so you could put a tea light back here and I think it would just look absolutely stunning. So I love this piece. If you've made it to this far in the video, thank you so much. We are now on to the last segment of this collection. Thank goodness. We are now going to go through my amethyst pieces. The first one is the Chevron Amethyst Tumble. I got this from Glastonbury. It was £4. Massive fan. Love that. I then have this Worry Stone. This is actually amethyst and citrine, so it's called Ametrine. I don't know if you guys can see the kind of orangey kind of inclusions in this, but it's so beautiful. This was very expensive. This was £17. quite expensive, but I never see Ametrine anywhere and I'm absolutely in love with it. So I got this, had to pick it up, I love it. The next one was from the Psychic Tree. This was another very expensive piece. This was £20. I just think it's a little bit overpriced in my opinion, and I believe this to be chevron amethyst as well. It's just half polished, half raw, and I love it. And then lastly, moving on to my raw pieces of amethyst, which I actually have 3 because I cannot control myself and I love amethyst so much. The first one is this. This I actually got from a little market stall in Bath and it was £7, absolute bargain. I then have this piece which is from the crystal shop in Bath, and I cannot remember how much this was. I think it was probably about £15 or something, but it's so stunning. Such a beautiful rich dark purple colour. And last but not least is one of my favourites, which is this flat piece of amethyst, and I absolutely love her. She was about £24, but I love the fact I can put crystals on top and she's just flat and stunning, and I just... big fan, love that. So that is everything for my crystal collection of 2022. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I am sorry if it seemed very uninformative or very rushed, but I have a lot of crystals here and I feel like if I went into detail of every single one we would be here for hours. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video anyway, and hopefully I can edit it down to be somewhat not too long, but we will see. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, it means the world, and if you haven't subscribed, please make sure you do, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!